So, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're going to maybe give a minute more, just if you bear with us just for a minute or so, so we can allow everyone a maximum of a participant to join our webinar today. Just a little patience for 1 minute, and we're going to start very shortly. Yes, I can see that some people are joining. It's great. Sorry, and thank you for bearing with us. We're going to start. So, yeah, I think we should start. Yep, yeah. So, good evening again, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Jenny Davis. I'm head of membership at the Hideaways Club. For almost 6 years, I've had the pleasure of helping family discover the club, understand how it works, and make the most of their membership. So today I'm joined by my colleague Rosie, who heads up marketing and content. And during our webinar today, I'll begin by giving you a brief overview of the club and the benefit of becoming a member. Rosie will then be speaking with Gary Nield, a long-standing member with us at the club and founder and CEO of his company called Blue Sky Financial Planning. It's an independent and chartered financial planning company based in Poole and helping individual, family, and businesses. So Gary today will share his personal perspective and experience of membership over the years. We'll leave at the end some time for questions, so please feel free to use the chat throughout the session. My colleague Elena is supporting us behind the scene today. She will collect your question for the Q&A and pass them on to me. So just as a short introduction, so I just wanted to say that almost everyone I speak to who eventually decide to join the Hideaways Club has one thing in common. They love traveling and they love spending quality time with family and with friends. So it can be that sometimes they've been thinking about buying a second home. For others, life has simply changed. The children have grown up, they've recently retired, or they suddenly have some more flexibility and more time to travel. Another common situation is for many young families. They simply are looking for a more reliable and comfortable and easy way to holiday together year after year. So in all those situations, the Hideaways Club offers a different and more flexible way to enjoy a second home lifestyle without the many complication that traditionally comes with it. So instead of owning just one property in one location, our members enjoy access to a collection of beautifully designed homes around the world, all professionally managed and ready to enjoy. So rather than being tied to just one destination, our members have the freedom to travel differently, depending on the season, depending on the stage of life they are in. And what makes the experience really special is how easy it becomes. The service or dedicated teams take care of everything behind the scene. So before each day, for example, you have a personal concierge team helping you organizing your trip. When members arrive at the villa or at the property, they welcome locally and supported throughout the stay, etc., etc. So the experience becomes much more than simply owning real estate. It's really about enjoying the comfort of a home combined with the freedom and flexibility of travel without the hassle that usually comes with the second home ownership. Another important aspect is that the membership evolves with our member over time. So many families, for example, join when the children are young, and years later, they continue using the club in a completely different way. So traveling with the grown-up children, with the grandchildren, gifting holidays to family or to friends. For so many people, the club becomes more than just a way to travel. It becomes a real part of their family lifestyle. There is, of course, much more to explain about how the club works, about our destination, the membership options, the investment structure, the different way that family use it. So the easiest way to explore whether it could suit you is simply by having a short conversation with us. There's absolutely no obligation attached. It's simply an opportunity for us to understand your travel preferences, your family situation, and to explain how the concept could potentially fit around your lifestyle. You can also find much more information on our website, including our destinations, the various partnerships, and also get inspired by many of our itineraries and experiences. So, to bring all of this to life a little more, I'm very pleased to hand over to Rosie, who will be interviewing Gary. So, Gary and his family joined the club back in 2009. He will share how the membership has evolved alongside the family and their travel experiences over the years. Rosie, over to you.
Thanks, Jenny. And hi, Gary. Nice to see you.
Hi,
Thank you for joining
Rosie.
us today. Hi. So, Gary, you've spent your whole career helping people make financial decisions. So, can you take us back to when you first joined the Hideaways? What caught your attention?
Um, yeah, it was a strange time, really, because we just had the financial crisis. So, take you back to 2009, the world was in upheaval, probably not too different in many ways to today, but for different reasons. And I'd had a couple of experiences which actually acted as a catalyst. And I saw an advert in the Sunday Times, actually. I don't normally respond to adverts, but it just got me at just the right time. And I responded. And what we were looking for is actually we're looking for guaranteed quality. We're looking for property which matched our aspirations. And actually, I was working hard in developing my own company. We were busy as a family, and I didn't really want to have to work too hard on organising holidays.
Mm. Yeah. So, at what point then? You mentioned the seeing the ad, but when did that curiosity actually translate into your decision to invest in us? Was there a moment when it clicked and you thought this is the right way to go?
Yeah, well, first catalyst, I suppose, was we were buying a property abroad. I won't go into all that. It took so long, delays, and complete on completion. Of course, we had the financial crisis. Fortunately, they were well capitalized. I'd done my research, got my money back. In fact, I got more than my money back because of the exchange rate. So we were fortunate there. And then we went on holiday to Nice, and Dordogne sounds great, doesn't it? But I needed a holiday when I got back. I was so tired, the beds were uncomfortable, and air conditioning didn't work, etc., etc. And I came back and I said to my wife, I've had enough. I am not doing this again. And that's when I saw the advert. So, yes, very timely.
Brilliant. And that actually leads perfectly onto my next question, which was so obviously, given your financial planning background, how did you evaluate the co-ownership model versus having, the sole second home ownership or luxury travel in hotels and other villas and properties?
Well, I suppose the bottom line is it was all about taking the hassle away. But I was just fed up. You know, it's like when you see an advert or you try and book a holiday and they take the best angle possible and the best picture they can possibly manufacture. Probably nowadays they'd use AI and it's not quite what you expect. And so for me, I just wanted something I trusted, something I believed in. And
Mhm.
as I say, I was working so hard and I just wanted to go away and relax and not feel like I wanted a holiday when I came back.
No, exactly. A holiday needs to feel like an actual holiday, doesn't it? So,
Exactly right. Yeah. Right.
um, so obviously you've now experienced the club many times. What's something about the hideaways that surprised you or continues to surprise you?
I suppose at the outset it was actually it does what it says on the tin. Coming back to what I was saying about holiday brochures, etc., and I was like, actually, this is really authentic. This is it's got integrity and trust, and yeah, so we were delighted when we went to our first property, and we said, actually, this is fantastic. This resonates with what we want, and I think beyond that, what probably has surprised us and I suppose I shouldn't be surprised anymore, but the excellent service from concierge services and the local concierge on the ground. And I probably didn't answer your question, actually. I was just thinking about seeing it as an investment, bear
Yeah.
in mind my background. I think it's probably one of the best investments we've ever made not from a financial perspective, although there are financial benefits. I think the best investment you can make is either in your health or with you and your family. So for us, when we actually got that concierge service as well, it really rounded it off and tied it up in a nice little bow, and it's continued in that vein. So we're really pleased.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's really brilliant. And where was the first place that you visited as a member?
First place, I think I'm right in saying it was Marrakesh,
Yeah,
Hasna, and I think the website, actually your website, encapsulates that really well. A Moorish palace, and in a walled garden, and we're looking at snow-capped Atlas Mountains. We couldn't believe it, and we're
yeah.
going, us in this sort of environment, and of course even had a couple of assistants, and it was very bizarre, and but we absolutely loved it, and it was an oasis in what is a very busy city, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And was there, or is there any kind of trips that you remember or destinations that really exceeded your expectations? So obviously you've mentioned Dar Hasna. Is there any others that have made you kind of change your perception of holidays altogether? You thought that was a really, really great time.
Yeah, I suppose it's cumulative, really. I think what our favourite destination was Lembongan, just off Bali, and again, we were the first tourists actually, or first guests after lockdown, and they had a protracted lockdown, of course, and yeah, we were treated almost with delight, and we absolutely thought it was fabulous. A great location, great grounds, and you sort of pinch yourself. God, we're on an island, and a beautiful island at that, with a fantastic property and a great vista. So yes, we were in dreamland, really.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a very beautiful property. And where are you going next? Where's your next Hideaways trip booked?
Yeah, perhaps ask my wife. She's using our points at a rapid rate. No, that's great. We're off to Mihas next week, and she's cutting short the holiday because she's going off to Indonesia to go on a retreat, and then she's going to Lembongan, which is great, and taking some of her friends there as well. Coming back, I think we're going. Oh yeah, we're going to Croatia, going to Brac, and then she's off to Puglia in September. And these holidays just keep tumbling along, which is exactly what we wanted, really, particularly at our stages in life now. Children are grown up, which is important.
Yeah, no, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, yeah.
And in our recent article in our club magazine, The Journal, we talk about living the life you want, which I know is a philosophy that you carry through both career and personally. How does co-ownership fit into that philosophy for you?
Yeah, I think living the life we want, as a lot of people who accumulate capital, and we see this, and they accumulate it and accumulate because you're brought up, aren't you, to accumulate capital, and when you retire, what is retirement? Who knows? But when you transition into another stage of life, I think sometimes people their relationship with money is a little bit too anchored, and well, you never know what. Take control and I actually really see it as an investment, not financially again, but just an investment of time. This is payback time. This is really living the most fulfilling life possible. And for my mind, it's just my personal view. I think I get a lot of fulfillment through sharing our villas, our destinations with family and friends. And yeah, I find it really uplifting, and it's lovely to share. I mean, we can keep it and keep it, and you know, especially in this regime, it may be that a lot of it disappears intact. Or why don't you spend it on memories for you and your family? That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that kind of again leads on to my next question, which is about people focus purely often on the returns when they're looking at making or financial planning, making an investment. But how do you think that they should feel about lifestyle assets like this alongside their broader plan, their broader strategy for their wealth?
Yeah, in my role, I encourage clients to have various pots, like a health pot, a holiday pot, but then a core investment pot. And that money, if it works hard enough for you, should be able to pay, depending on your wealth, the cost of any hideaways. subscriptions or continuous payments. And so, really, it's having that positive relationship with money, not a negative relationship with money. We've all been scarred at various junctures, but it's really just saying, what's this all about? And life's for living, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Absolutely. So our final question, Gary, is for someone considering joining us today who's listening, what's the biggest benefit of being a member of the Hideaways Club that you feel you perhaps can't appreciate until you're actually within the community?
Probably, I would say the culture of the club. And I'm a big one for culture, and I think defines your organisation. And every touch point just reinforces why we joined all those years ago. And I have to say, it's going from strength to strength. So I think it's that trust and integrity, but nothing's too much trouble. And you are making our lives easier, which is I must say, thank you for that, and we appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Gary. That was, yeah, really great to hear your side, your experience as a member of the Hideaways. Thanks so much.
Yeah, hopefully that was useful, but it's heartfelt.
Good. Thank you. Well, over
Thanks.
to you, Jenny. Thanks.
So the first question we've received actually a couple of times is like around availability. Do you ever struggle to get the destination or dates that you want? So that is a very common and a very fair question to ask about availability. Um, you have to know that a few membership tiers are available both in the Classic and in the City Collection. And each and every membership tier have rules, and those rules safeguard and ensure fair usage amongst members. So we have booking window in place depending on your membership. So how far in advance can I book my trip? You have fairness and booking rules as well, depending the time you want to book, etc. But I'm very happy to explain you that in a call. To answer the question, do you ever struggle to get this destination or dates you want? What I would say is that all our members are after various date and time to travel. So if you consider the peak time, like which is typically your school holidays, the half-term holidays, the summer break, and the Christmas break, for this period of the year, you are most in demand, you would need to be a little bit more of a planner than the other time during the year. But availability across the year, yeah, you do have. I hope that answered the question. Once again, I'm very happy to develop that on a one-to-one call. Then, actually, how many membership tier can you choose from? That's another thing. So we have two collection, the Classic Collection, the City Collection. You have a few membership tiers to choose from, and that depends once again on your family needs, family situation, travel preferences. So you can start at a membership, and actually, like Gary did, if I'm not mistaken, you can start with a membership and upgrade as your family evolves. Gary, you started as an associate member, if I'm not wrong, and you recently upgraded your membership to a premium membership.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it just really, again, resonated with changes in circumstances. Our boys grew up. I've still working, but not working quite as hard. I've built a good team around me. So we have more availability and we have more flexibility in time. So it sort of dances to our tune, really, this being a full member. And as I've said in my comments, yeah, we're making the most of it.
Great to hear. Yes, you mentioned all the travel plan until the rest of the year, so that's great. That's great. You're making the most of your premium membership now.
Yeah.
And then I had just a one question for you, Gary, which was, do you still feel like it's the right decision after all these years?
Yeah, I've got to be careful because I don't want to be a fully paid member of the Hideaways Club, but I'm recommending it with gusto to a few of my clients because I think it would benefit them. So yeah, I'm even more of a believer than I was before. In fact, we're seeing the full range of benefits now. Now we've got a bit older and we're more flexible, can travel further for a much longer time.
Great. And if I understand correctly, you do use, and your sons as well use your membership, or do you holiday all together all the time?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How children always want to come on a Hideaways Club trip. You can't shake them off. And so there is no doubt that they are instrumental in trying to choose some of our destinations. So hopefully that answers your question.
It does. It does. Absolutely. So I think that's it for the main questions. Thanks again, Rosie. Thanks again, Gary, for being with us today. I hope that hearing about Gary's journey with the Hideaways Club has inspired many of you. And so you can request a brochure through our website if you want a full overview of the club, of the homes, of the destination, etc. And if you want to hear more, if you'd like to understand how the club works, once again, I warmly encourage you to arrange a short one-to-one conversation with us, uh, and we can find how would the club work best for you and for your family. So please do not hesitate. Book a call. There is a button on the website. Thank you again for spending part of your day with us, and we hope to speak to many of you very soon. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.